On behalf of us all, I'd like to extend a warm welcome and thank you to all of you for joining us today in celebrating Jennifer and Alan's wedding, making the day really special on one they and we will really never forget, will we?
No.
I would also like to thank everyone who has been involved in the planning of today and making it run so smoothly, especially staff here at this lovely venue. Oh, look at it. It's been hard work and all, but worth every minute. I'm sure you'll all agree. Now, the bit that Jennifer's been dreading. I believe it's the tradition for the dad to share a few anecdotes about his daughter.
Oh, Jesus.
After all, it's a father's job to embarrass his children, and I'm particularly talented at that.
Yes, yes.
Wait till you see me on the dance floor later, girls and boys. Jennifer was born on the 12th of June 1988, a day I'll never forget. Susan in the delivery room, absolutely exhausted after hours of labour, two midwives encouraging and cajoling her to give that last push, and me in the corner trying to stay out the way. Thank you. Like a spare part, missing the Nigel Benn and Chris Eubanks fight, which I'd paid for. I was gutted. It doesn't seem 5 minutes and she was born, and here I am speaking at her wedding in sunny Ibiza. I looked through old family snapshots for inspiration whilst compiling my speech, and one picture stood out in my mind: Jennifer lying on her fur rug in front of the fire, gurgling and dribbling away on a new carpet, almost being sick, making strange noises. That was a photo taken after her 18th birthday party, by the way. Seriously, I have many fond memories of Jennifer growing up. Here we go. How tidy she always kept her bedroom. Not. Makeup over the walls, curtains and carpets. We even discovered a new species incubating under our bed. Alexander Fleming would have been amazed. Hence her family nickname, Swampy. It's better. Jennifer loved dressing up herself and others, and there was a day she dressed her little brother up in a yellow dress, covered him in makeup, and paraded him along the street to the amusement of all our neighbours. Poor Graham, he's never been the same since. Then there was a day, out of her swamped room window, she climbed out onto the garage roof, stroppy, calling me all the expletives under the sun. Yep. Rebelling against her father's regime yet again, and she was moving out yet again. In full view of the neighbours, a standoff ensued, with her refusing to get off and down off the roof. Nothing that a cold garden hose didn't sort out. I just thought there's no one for the child protection team in here now. And most of all, and this is the best one, the steady stream of caring the community boyfriends she brought home for mum and dad to meet. God, give me strength. Where did you meet them? So true. I was going to say that. But we were most proud when she followed in my footsteps and became a police officer, and from that day she's continued to make us proud with her achievements. Thankfully, Jennifer has inherited most of her better traits from her mum, and only a few bad traits from her dad. her mum's kind nature, good looks, and for me, well, lots of people suffer from wind, Jennifer. Don't be too embarrassed. No problem. This is the best bit. This is the difficult bit. On a serious note, Jennifer, your mum and I are acutely aware of just how blessed we are to have you in our lives. This is a bit I find difficult. And we know you are aware of how much we love and cherish you and are proud of the lovely young lady you have become. Don't start crying. It's been an absolute joy for both of us to watch a very talkative, inquisitive little girl develop into a very beautiful, compassionate, and extremely lovely young lady. Stop now. You have given us two beautiful grandchildren, Elizabeth and wee Henners. What more could we ask for? It was an absolute honour and privilege to escort you down the aisle today, something I will always treasure. A baby. We'll move on now. Bit lighter now. Like all fathers, I was very protective of Jennifer and prepared to fend off any potential suitors. I took the view that no one was good enough for my little swamp duck. And was all in favour of giving anyone who tried to take her away from me the Malky, a Scottish term of endearment. And so it was with this welcoming, open atmosphere that Susie and I were first introduced to Aaron. It was so refreshing to have Aaron close by us. He has a portfolio on every subject you can possibly think of. The font of all knowledge, hence his nickname, Google. He has a particular passion for DIY, yeah. And his skills in this department excel. I've encouraged him to write his first instruction manual named Half a Job, using the pseudonym Budget. He now tells me he is enrolling on a gas fitting course to become Corgi registered. I'll let him tell you why. All I'm going to say is, thank God for his Uncle Colin who came to the rescue yet again. Aaron did things the traditional way, and he asked for my permission and blessing to marry Jennifer, which both Susie and I were happy to give. Aaron has demonstrated throughout his devotion to Jennifer, and I know he will cherish her for the rest of their lives. What he didn't realise was that Jennifer came in a package. He obviously inherited her mum. God help me, son. You need the patience of a saint. Right. Tradition states that I'm supposed now to formally welcome Aaron into our family. But the truth is, he has been a welcome addition to our family for 4 years now.
I thought you were going to say good fuck off. Sorry.
Yeah. It's at this point I'm supposed to give my new son-in-law some advice to help him survive. Enjoy his new marital status. So here goes. Marriage a partnership. Look at me and Susie. I wear the trousers, but Susie tells me which ones to put on. Remember that marriage is like a deck of cards. In the beginning, all you need is 2 hearts and a diamond. But a few years down the line, there'll be times when you could really do with a club and a spade. Alright. Seriously, with all the pressures of modern life, it's easy to forget how important it really is. So make time for each other and your marriage. It is bigger than you. And at the end of the day, it's the only thing that matters. We're getting there, I know we're getting there. Yeah. Now, you'll be glad to hear from me that I'm on the home straight and we'll be handing over to Aaron shortly to entertain you further. So in closing, will you all please stand, ladies and gents, for a toast?
I don't want to move.
Is it that good, though? I met them last night. Okay. A toast, ladies and gents. Here's to your past, for all that it taught you. Here's to your present for all that you share. And here's to the future for all you look forward to together. Ladies and gents, please raise your glasses to Jennifer and Aaron, the bride and groom, and the new Mr. and Mrs. Hawkins Finn! Love you.
Well done, lovely. Well done.
No, I'm good.
That technical term, Aaron.
Stick that in your YouTube video.
Oh, it's in there, don't worry.
Let me show if you do.
Firstly,
Oh God.
on behalf of my wife and I would like to welcome you all to our special day and thank you all for coming. We are thrilled so many of our family and friends and close friends are surrounding us for today. And all of you have travelled a long way to be here with us in Ibiza. And for that we are honoured. I can honestly say it wouldn't be the same without you, without all of you being here today. Although it would have made this speech a lot less stressful making this speech due to an empty room and a fecking hell of a lot cheaper. Firstly, I'd like to thank Craig for his generous words. Well done, pal. That was a cracking speech, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, you can
Thank you
edit
for
that
not only
bit
giving
out.
me your beautiful daughter. Thank you for giving me your daughter's hand in marriage, but for welcoming me into your family. I'll come to the DIY in a minute. As we've travelled so far to be here today, I'd like to take the opportunity to say that, unfortunately, there are some people close to our hearts who cannot be with us today. I know that they would have enjoyed it immensely. Our thoughts are with them, and we know that their thoughts are with us. So firstly, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to absent and lost family and friends.
Absent and lost family friends.
Over the last couple of weeks, Jennifer's been asking me if I'm nervous. The answer is no. Of course not. What did I have to be nervous about? The ceremony? Absolutely not. The first dance? Definitely. As you will all see in a minute, dancing is not my forte. And especially this speech. I can tell you, Jennifer is very uncomfortable at the minute, as she knows I can often say the wrong thing. In fact, I was given very, very clear advice. Don't even try to be funny, because you're not. The one thing I've never had to have a single doubt in my mind is that getting married to Jennifer will be the best thing that I will ever do in my life. Here we go. Mum and Dad. I'm pretty sure everyone in the room would like to thank you for producing an incredible son. You've both put up with me over the years, but I am sure they were probably times when I got on your nerves. But I hope you are both very proud that you have raised such an intelligent, funny, handsome, and most of all, modest son. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I love you both very much. Dad, your work ethic is one of the most important things you've installed in me. It's a shame James never listened. I'm so grateful to be able to call Craig and Susie my in-laws. For anyone who knows Jennifer, you know how kind, caring and compassionate she is. Thank you for raising your daughter to have the dignity, courage and endeavour she puts into everyday life. Thank you for always making me welcome in your family, and I hope I can live up to your expectations you had for a husband to your daughter. And Craig, thank you very willingly giving Jennifer away. Please join me in raising a glass to the parents. To the parents. To the best man.
Oh, fuck.
Ushers and page boy Henry, you've all done a great job doing all the ushering. Jack, thank you for taking on the role of being my best man and standing by my side today. And I'm truly grateful for everything you've done for me over the years. Whatever he tells later is lies.
It's gone.
Guys, you did a great job of getting me battered Monday night. Ryan doesn't even remember breakfast the following day. But seriously, thank you all again for everything. Now I'm sure you'll all agree, the maid of honour, thank you Jess, and the bridesmaids all look amazing today. They have done an amazing job of keeping Jennifer calm. And they actually helped her to make it somewhere on time for once, which beats Linda and Colin's record.
You didn't deserve that.
Which I think deserves a toast. So, could we all raise a glass to the bridesmaids? Seriously, Jessica, Susan, Ashley, Holly, Elizabeth and Elsie, thank you for supporting my nervous wife on her big day. And if you see the toilet, then you would realise how nervous she was this morning. To the bridesmaids.
Saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Ashley, thank you for your beautiful speech. It really meant a lot to both of us. Here we go. Now back to the DIY. We're all very lucky to be here today. And I don't mean by the month late Vicky and Jules were going to be, as Jennifer texted them the wrong wedding date and quickly Vicky had to call Tui to make change. But more about how I nearly killed Jennifer. We were having the kitchen fitted, which isn't finished 2 years later, as I'm constantly reminded. And now banned from any DIY in the house. Long story short, I put the oven back into the under-counter cabinet and knocked the valve that had been shut off for the gas hob. Gas is now leaking into the house. I couldn't smell it. Nose blind.
Oh my God.
I go off to work and the phone rings. I can smell gas. Jennifer, you're paranoid. There's no gas leaking. I was staying away in a hotel. In the morning, I wake to missed calls, and I can smell gas. I've had to leave the windows open all night. Jennifer calls Colin, who comes straight round. As a gas safe engineer, he comes round and rescues her. The smell, by all accounts, was that strong you could smell it before you got up the end of the drive. My phone then blew up. I answered the call and all I got was, "Are you some sort of idiot? You're lucky you haven't killed Jennifer, let alone blown up with the street." I think I'm so lucky I was away. Had I been at home, I would have received more than a few choice words. Now, I'd like to turn everybody's attention to this gorgeous lady sat next to me, or standing in front of me. I'm sure you will all agree that Jennifer looks beautiful today.
She does.
Hey.
Bad yesterday. Well,
Not being our first rodeo each, and probably out of date with dating, Jennifer and I met online. We use Bumble, hence the B theme on your plates. That's the one where the lady has to go first. We matched 24th of June 2019. We spoke briefly online, exchanged numbers and then set up a date. While on the second date, the phone rings and again it's Uncle Colin to the rescue. He was offering me tickets for the following day to see Kiss at the O2. Jennifer was game. Was it the Kiss at Kiss that sealed the deal? All I can say is that was what became the start of our journey.
You invited me to that.
So, a special thank you to Linda and Colin for the tickets. I tried really hard to put in words how I feel about Jennifer, and what I've ended up is with a disorganised list of random observations about her, and these were meant to be embellished into cute little anecdotes about why I love her, but it turned into a sense of random thoughts. But regardless, here we go. She runs like a penguin whose arse is on fire. She does a dance called the Wiggle, Ask her later, I'm sure she'll show you. She hates it when I don't listen, which, judging by most of the disapproving looks she gives me most of the time. She thinks I'm a bad dancer, and she couldn't be more right. She's open-minded to my questionable music taste.
It's awful. Oh, he likes Elvis.
More importantly, she consistently goes out of her way to helping people without expecting anything in return. She is one of the kindest people I know, and to most of your surprise, people tend to like her more than they like me.
Shocker. Shocker.
Words can't describe how beautiful you look today. Just knowing I'm sharing the rest of my life with you is the best feeling in the world. Today I'm so happy to get married to my best friend.
Excuse me?
Stephen, edit. We have had the most amazing journey so far. We have done so much in our 4 years together. We've been plenty of holidays and countless laughs together. And we have made lots of great memories. And I can't wait to make many more great memories with you. So please, guys, let's all now please raise our glasses to my beautiful wife, Jennifer.
Hey!
Mic drop.
Hey, come on, Jack.
Show your phone. That's the one.
Attention on me now. I'm going swimming. Hello everyone.
Hi, Jack.
I'm his best mate and best man, as you gathered already. Currently ODing on rescue remedy because I'm that nervous. It's not breath spray, I promise. So, first things first, I'll try and keep this short. A bit like Aaron's penis. You might well ask how I know that. Not only the fact that short men who are full of themselves usually do have a small one. One time he was extremely high and insisted on whipping it out for me to see. When I say whipping, it was more of a mild flop. I'm probably being a bit misleading. Not about the willy bit, by the way. But about the circumstances. I was visiting him in King's College Hospital on many occasions. And the drugs were in a medical sense. And I've never seen someone so excited about a catheter in my life. But the only thing big about it that I was seeing was the tube. And it will haunt me for the rest of my days. So what can I say about my gay best friend, Aaron? We've been mates for nearly 15 years now, and honestly, whenever we're out, everyone thinks he's the gay one. He loves pink. The more he has to drink, the camper he gets. And although I actually never worked with him on the airlines, I will put money on him mincing down that aisle in his Vivian Westwood uniform, offering chicken or beef in beat to all the gay music he likes to listen to. He always used to pretend that he was a captain of the airline in order to pull the ladies when he was single. He didn't fool most though. Not when he loves to sport a pair of Prada loafers, pink socks, and a fuchsia polo from Ralph Lauren. What else can I say? He's always right. Well, until he
Who's
met me.
others? They're not mine, are they?
He will be absolutely adamant he's right about something, and I will still always manage to prove him wrong. We've had some stories and adventures over the years. There's our annual trip to Blackpool for my birthday, where he enjoys riding the big one more than the rest of us. He never feels more at home though than when at Blackpool's famous drag cabaret Funny Girls. He gets so involved that short of dressing up as a woman, people think he works there. He always tries to embarrass me by getting a shout out for Jack and to play Enya's Orinoco Flow on my behalf. You ain't fooling anyone, mate. We all know that that song is for your benefit, and your favourite album of all time is Pure Moods Volume 1 from 1992. The icing on the cake, though, and typically Aaron, one year he made me drive to Dartford. Not to pick him up, though. I had to pick up his luggage. Yes, his luggage. Like I was an airline concierge service, because oh no, he's far too important to travel out the M6 in the car with us. He booked business class British Airways, who don't actually fly to Blackpool, by the way, but only as far as Manchester. So not only did he have to get a train to Heathrow, but train it from Manchester Airport to Blackpool too. He did send me pictures of champagne and picky bits from the BA Executive Lounge to rub it in, while the rest of us were chomping on a stale sandwich at Watford Gap Services. But to top it all off, he had the audacity to demand we picked him up from Blackpool Station. We did the drive and got there quicker than him and waited an hour for him to get off the train. Then there was the time we went on a canal boat holiday. Again, he decided to make his own way there, and literally, we picked him up in the rain, trying to find us along the towpath, and he hopped aboard as we were moving. He missed the induction on how to drive the thing, but insisted he knew how to do it. Reluctantly, I did let him take the controls and told him, as instructed by the owner, never to push the throttle more than halfway. Of course, he knew better than me. I went full throttle while trying to turn, and managed to wedge the 70-foot-long canal boat sideways, blocking the canal the whole way across, while getting swallowed by a huge bush, and not in a good way.
He obviously wanted to water ski.
It was mortifying as he tried to do a 100-point turn trying to unwedge it. Ironically, the boat was called the Artful Dodger, and in this case, moving too fast wasn't the #1 hit. Later that evening, we decided to go for dinner. We found out there was quite a prestigious Michelin-starred restaurant. It said they were booked up to 3 months in advance that no tables available. Now, if you don't know Aaron well, he's impatient, doesn't like queuing, he's extravagant, hence why we've all taken a credit card to come out to here. And more than anything, he hates being told no. He confidently, perhaps arrogantly, marched into the restaurant and said, "Table for Aaron at 8 p.m. Of course, the maitre d' replied, "Sorry sir, we don't have a booking under that name." To which Aaron replied with, "Get me the manager, it's my best mate's birthday." Great, now he's implicated me in his life. I booked this months ago. By this point, we were all quite embarrassed, but fair play, the manager came back and said, "Let me show you to your table." And instead of saying thank you, he said to her, "Can you bring us a bottle of your best Chateau Neuf de Pat for the table?" It's not the first time he's done this though, and I'm sure it won't be the last. I took him on a work trip with me to Singapore and Australia. We had a fantastic time, apart from him conveniently losing his wallet on the plane, so he used me as a walking cash point.
I was transferring you at first.
Eventually. He wanted to book the exclusive restaurant at the top of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel in Singapore, the tallest building out there and views to die for. Again, booked out months in advance, but no, demanded to speak to the manager, told them it was my birthday, and 10 minutes later we were escorted to a private balcony with our own butler and private dining with the best views of the city. Fair play to you, mate. You definitely have the gift of the gab, and because of that, we've had some amazing experiences over the years that I'll never forget. The most recent time you've done this, and sorry to go on, I will get through it quickly, is our annual tradition. We're going to Panto at the London Palladium, which since we've had Jennifer and Ollie to that tradition. Mainly for Julian Clary's torrent of smut and innuendo, all-star cast and amazing sets. One year though, I could only get standard tickets in the back of the stalls. Aaron demanded to see the front of house manager and told her he's just had major back surgery, probably for the 100th time that year. And he couldn't possibly stand for 2 hours. I thought this definitely ain't gonna work. The house was full. Next thing we know, we're being escorted, and not off the premises as I thought we probably would be, but into a private royal box right by the stage. Not only that, Sir Ian McKellen was spotted below us in the cheap seats. So mate, sometimes you do have your uses. So when he told me about meeting Jennifer, I couldn't be happier. Well, that was until he told me she was a copper. The first thought that came to my head was handcuffs. Not in a kinky way, unfortunately, but in being escorted off to the police station in them. For that reason, I didn't think he would be able to hold on to someone like her. Not only is Jennifer absolutely stunning and a beautiful person inside and out, he's clearly punching. At the time, I thought she's a keeper, and hopefully this relationship will last longer than his record-breaking longest relationship so far with the hospital. On a serious note though, Jennifer, I just want to say, despite... Oh, I've missed on where am I now? On a serious note, Jennifer, how do you put up with all that farting in bed? When he came to Ibiza back in May with me and James, he refused to share a bed with James, and for good reason. I had to instead. The farting was so bad that we blew me off to next week. Not like that, it's dirty. Seriously though, I just want to say, despite being an absolute pillock, for most if not all the time, you do have a good heart.
Henry?
You are my best mate and I love you to pieces. I have a lot of friends, and when I was at my lowest a few years ago and shut myself away from the world,
Here we go, Jack. Go on, boy. Go on, boy. You got this.
you were
Go on, son.
Come on, Jack.
You were the only one who knew something was wrong and turned up banging on my door when no one else did. For that, I will always be grateful, and I guess like Jennifer now, we are stuck with you for life.
Well done.
I ain't finished yet. I do have to draw the line somewhere though, and I very nearly ditched you for good when you turned up at my house in that Tesla thing you now drive. You look like a right tosser in it. And when I get you in one of my Ford electric Mustangs, you will realise it. Right, I've gone on far too long now, so I won't keep you too much longer. One thing you've actually managed to get right is bringing the wonderful Jennifer into my life, as I like her more than I like you. She's amazing, and she would, however, have a much more fun and less stressful marriage with me. But I do know you love her to bits, so don't muck it up. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, in the immortal words of Aaron's favourite boy band, Blue, I'd like
Oh, you bastard.
I'd like you to all rise, for a toast to Aaron and Jennifer, their
That takes some
love,
explaining.
a long and happy marriage, the amazing day they've put together here in Ibiza, and everyone being here for their special day. To Aaron and Jennifer.
Oh, Jack.
Well done. Thanks, darling.
That's all right.
Your wrist all right? It gets warm, doesn't it? It's kept going. Well done.